What's up guys, it's Widgeon TV here. Today on Destiny in Depth, we're going to be doing a comparison video between Army of One and Grenadier. So these are two different perks that accomplish nearly the same thing. So I thought it would be a good idea to see which one was better. We're going to be going over the percentages given by the perks, and then later in the video, I'm going to be showing you what activates Army of One. Alright, let's jump into it. So both of these perks affect the charge rates of your active abilities, those being the grenade for Grenadier and your grenade and melee for Army of One. So let's look at the perk description for Army of One. It says quick unassisted kills with this weapon reduce grenade and melee cooldown. Next, let's look at Grenadier. Kills with this weapon reduce the cooldown of your grenade. So Grenadier is really simple, so let's start with it. So Grenadier is a perk you can find on pretty much any weapon in Destiny. From hand cannons to rocket launchers, pretty much any weapon can have it. And to activate this perk, all you have to do is simply get a kill with that weapon. There are no rules, there are no special circumstances, just if you get a kill, it will activate the perk. And when the perk activates, you will fill your grenade energy by 10%. And notably, this isn't affected by your discipline at all. It will fill a flat 10% every time. And so that's pretty much it for Grenadier. It is a very simple perk, and simplicity means consistency. And I'll show you why that's important later in the video. Alright, so now let's move on to Army of One. Army of One is a much more troubled perk, but it can have advantages over Grenadier. So to activate Army of One, you have to get a quick unassisted kill. And when you do that, your grenade and melee meter will fill by 8%. So of course that's 2% less than Grenadier, but you get the added benefit of increasing your melee energy as well. And again, this is completely unaffected by your discipline and strength. So that sounds pretty good, right? But now it's time to go over what a quick unassisted kill is. And to help aid this process, I made an Army of One board. And on this board, I added all the different myths, opinions, and just different things that I found on Army of One. And we're going to go test all of them. I'm going to try to do this really quickly, so hang in there. So the first thing on this board is a team assist. So obviously when another Guardian damages your enemy and you kill it, the perk will not activate. So now that you kind of know how this board works, I'm going to play some music and play the tape.
Here we go!
So I'm going to pause this midway through the board here. The wait longer than 3 seconds was kind of confusing. So I watched another video and it suggested that it would not activate if you damaged an enemy and then waited 3 seconds and then killed them. This simply wasn't true, but there definitely was a time cutoff. It's about 5 or 10 seconds from the last time you damaged the enemy. So the total engagement can last longer than 10 seconds, but you need to be constantly damaging the enemy for the perk to activate. This circumstance doesn't come up that often, so it's not that big of a deal, but I think it's good to know. Alright, back to the board.
Here we go!
Alright, so as you can see, there are quite a few special circumstances where this perk will not activate. And I think the biggest problem with this perk is the very first thing on that list. When your team damages an enemy at all, it will not activate the perk with that kill. And this happens way more than you might think. It happens in both PvE and PvP. That makes this perk feel really inconsistent. You'll throw a grenade, you'll kill a bunch of enemies, and then you'll go to throw your grenade again and it won't be up. And that is very frustrating. So that's why I recommend Grenadier over Army of One. It's the consistency of this perk that makes it so great, and I play as a Titan, so I don't melee that often. So anyway, that's all I have on these two perks. I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and consider subscribing. It really helps out my small channel. Alright, this has been Widgeon TV. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping